As your leaders drag humanity further down into the abyss, they expose themselves for what they are. I have told you, many times, that it is at the 11th hour that humanity will awaken, and refuse to cooperate further with this terrible self-destruction. It will happen, my dear, I promise you this. Source will not stand by and see humanity and the earth destroyed. You will not have long to wait, for people are waking up every day, and they are using their energy to stop this carnage. Do not believe what you are told on TV and in the newspapers. It is not the truth. The truth is something you must search for. It is all there for those who seek it. You owe it to yourselves to protect and preserve humanity and the earth. Each day, you see the evidence of what I have been telling you. There is no escaping it. It has to be faced. You and yours, my friends, are under massive attack from every quarter. The killing is going on all around you. It is not just the bombs and guns. It is the medication, the polluted air, and the food. You are in a war zone that only a few can see. Connect directly with the source. You never needed a middleman to do this for you. That just separated you, and broke your own direct connection. Speak to source as you would to your dearest friend, as that is exactly what you are doing. You are closer to source in nature than anywhere else on earth. Churches were not designed to bring you closer to it. They were specifically designed to separate you from it, so as to control you and keep you from your true path. It is necessary now for you to take control of your own lives, to be responsible and make your own decisions. You are all under attack, and attacks come in all guises. My dear wife learned this, to her cost, last week. Comment from Veronica. About a year ago, an American, D.C., who said he was writing the definitive book on the afterlife, contacted me and said that he wanted help. D.C. asked me to find a B&B close by, but that was not possible. So I allowed him to stay in my home instead. He arrived on the 1st of December, and on the next day, I was made aware that he had a drug and alcohol problem. This alarmed me, as he had not given any indication of it. However, it is in his own voice on tape. On the 3rd of December, he had 2 glasses of red wine at lunch, whereas personally, I do not drink alcohol. When we returned from lunch, I went to my study to check my emails, and on my return to the living room, I told him that David Cameron had started bombing Syria. He was delighted. This man, D.C., had completely changed. He had shape-shifted. He had been taken over. His eyes were 2 huge black holes. His face had changed as well as his voice. Now, he was snarling at me, demonically. I could not believe what I was experiencing. He was verbally attacking me. It was very nasty. I summoned up all the strength I could muster and told him firmly, in a clear voice, to get out of my home immediately. He was screaming at me. So I called in a neighbor to protect me. D.C. got his case and other possessions, and was still shouting at me as he stormed out of my home. He almost took the door off its hinges as he banged it closed. It seemed that because of his weakness for alcohol and drugs, he was easily taken over by a demonic entity. In that state, he was extremely dangerous. This experience was most disturbing for me, so please understand if I have not replied to your email. Should he cause me further problems, I will consider releasing the recording which I have of him, as I tend to record everything. This was an attempt by the cabal to get to me. In my desire to share light and truth, I placed myself in danger. It was a shock to have to deal with such vile darkness. A lesson has been learned. Use this holiday season to connect with family and friends. Share your desire for a better world for all. See all the manipulation for what it is, killing and destroying the whole infrastructure of countries, and robbing them of what little resources they have. It is the most despicable of crimes. Do not support it. You will experience many more false flag events. They need you to be in fear, so that you will agree to whatever they ask. They want to control your every movement. Meditate whenever possible, to lift yourselves out of the darkness that is all around you. This will reconnect you with your higher selves. It can be used to spread the light. England pushed hard for war, as they needed an excuse to place more controls on the people. Expect false flag events to pop up everywhere, but never on their doorstep. It is always the same formula. It always works. Create the fear and the majority of the people will then agree to anything. I told you it would get worse before it got better. With everyone's help, it will get better. Each one of you has a guardian angel. Please connect with them. I had to ask permission of Veronica's guardian angel in order to be able to work directly with her. They are there for you alone. Just think about that for a moment. They are waiting for you to connect with them. The spirit world is waiting for your request for help. We cannot interfere unless invited. Assist those who work on your behalf, whenever possible, as they have taken on a heavy burden. Cease to be just one of the masses, led like sheep to the slaughter. You each possess an eternal soul. You are on earth for what seems like just a moment in relation to your soul's whole existence. You chose to experience the ending of the dark control and its removal from the earth. When peace is restored, and it will be, you will then have the opportunity to establish a better world for all. This is your mission. My dear, the Dark Ones use everything possible to get to you. They will continue to do so, as they are fighting for their existence. Though you were badly shaken, you are recovering. It was a tough lesson. The research you share every day is a thorn in the side of the cabal, so they try to remove you. We are at your side. Always.